Hi guys, 4 Extraordinaire here, and we are back with episode 3 of our Humankind Let's Play, where hopefully we can survive the ongoing or upcoming war. I shouldn't say ongoing because we have not yet initiated a war, but as you can see here, our neighbors, the Nubians, or the Achaemenid Persians now as we call them, are looking a bit aggressive. They're parked right on our borders, but we have managed to establish a foothold in this desert region with the city of Garama. It is a bustling city, it is emerging, and it is up and coming, but right now it is a bit defenseless as it only has palisades, and its population, while 7 is impressive for a new bustling city founded in our classical era, with the desert it doesn't leave much for defensive opportunities, so we're going to have to be just a little bit careful in how we position our troops. And I do want to just mention a few corrections real quick. For example, I mentioned last episode that I couldn't retreat for whatever, and I thought it was a bug, but apparently, or I couldn't engage in battle because I was retreating. I thought it was a bug where I just could not engage, but it was because one of my armies was retreating, which makes sense why they did not add to the reinforcements. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the horses. I talked about building the horse ranch and why it wouldn't be a good idea, but apparently the horse ranch buff kind of applies to each city. That's kind of why I wish you could see here in the tooltip um, whether or not you gained a certain yield or just making the city display certain yields and make it much easier to decide what would be more advantageous to build in terms of city districts. However, we have tainted water. So also really quickly, thank you to everyone who has mentioned the corrections in the comments. I appreciate it. And it's just kind of hard sometimes to point out things as you're just kind of have an eagle eye view of the map. So I do appreciate everyone's comments. Anyhow, we have tainted waters. The river in Muchenge has acquired a sickly sheen and a noxious odor to match. I imagine this is probably because of our high population. It seems likely that the cause is the men and women of industry dumping their waste, everything from butcher's offal to blacksmith's ashes, disgusting, into the no longer crystal waters. It is these same waters that many souls in Muchenge drink and bathe in, which would explain the high level of illness among both people and livestock of late. People look to you for aid, while the traders and artisans worry that alternative measures will become too costly to endure, which then is the higher calling. All right, so I haven't had this event before. There's new artwork and everything. I believe there were not two. I believe there were 10 events added with the Africa DLC, so we can pronounce, authorize, and divert. Pronouncing spends basically a ton of money, which we don't have. We only have 34 gold. And that's just going to basically, I guess, we'll issue a decree where the government will pay for people in the meantime and like buy their waste and dispose of it somewhere else. We have authorize, and we have prosperous. So these also trigger different events. We could, to minimize disruption, order that people only drink from public fountains. Okay, that sounds a bit worrying. What if they just dump their crap in public fountains? Profit is all. Leave businesses free to manage their own affairs so long as they pay their taxes. Ugh. We might have to go for prosperous. I don't know if I want to just let people shit up in the river. All right. Even in the classical era, you have to have some a little bit of health authority there. I mean, come on. We can't just have a have a shitty river polluting the city and making it look nasty. All right. So we have our units here. 12, and they have, looks like 8. I can't exactly invade because we are in the state of a Cold War. We also met Babylon last episode, and they are suspicious because we are a lot stronger. They almost declared war on us, but our culture and religion is quite strong at the moment. Looks like we are at a standstill in terms of conversion with the Nubians or the Persians. I'm gonna have to get that right. I'm not too good with names, but I do want to build this holy site over here. So we can do that in 7 turns. I just want to make sure our pressure is being exerted and that we're still the leader of this religion by the time we convert other people. And I also think we want to get out maybe a harbor. That's not too good. We only have like 1 coastal tile. What are we low on at the moment? I think our food probably could use some improvement as well as our production. So since we have so much wood, let's go with a lumber yard after we build that public fountain, of course, because our stability is nearly half of what it could be. And possibly a granary. And maybe some science later on. For Garama, it's I think its situation is a bit more dire, not only because it's right next to the enemy, but because we still haven't built up a lot of the basic infrastructure costs here. So let's focus on getting some gold up to help with building our soldiers real quick. And possibly getting a little source of influence here. Not too bad. And a lot of our infrastructure is being supported by the Folgara, so we cannot afford to lose that. Okay, let's just make sure our guys are upgraded. And it looks like they're actually building this territory up, interestingly enough. Right. So we could probably use some more districts in the capital city, though once we build, looks like someone shows the Greeks, they are very, very powerful. I think that was actually the Babylonians.
Your empire.
Yes, they did. Okay, so she is actually hesitant, so she might be open to trading luxuries. And she is, so perhaps we can create a stable relationship out of this, hopefully. We might even seize this island over here. I think we're probably done with expanding for right now. I do want to grab this territory from them since they took it from us, and we need a source of horses. So I do not like just currently where that territory is heading. So once we get a more stable supply of horsemen, I think we'll probably, yeah, amass an army against them. It's just wondering when you should probably go to war against the AI. That's just my main concern. So once we probably get a lot of this established, we should be okay. Might even build a garrison over here. Probably not a bad idea. Yeah, we're basically building our artisans' quarters. Okay, grievance.
What do you want now?
Okay, they've claimed Jayain. I'm gonna demand that. Because that is our city right there. Okay. So we're going to try to get that territory back. Hopefully this episode, we'll have to see. A bit of a slow start today. But hopefully we can get into some exciting war. And see... They're hate-filled, right? See if we can defuse this situation. Alright, get out of my territory, buddy. Alright, that'll hit his war support just a little bit. Okay, and once we get in an actual war, it'll be a lot easier to diminish that. Right. So let's focus on research right now. I do want to get sailing since we plan to transcend to the Swahili. And while we're at it, we might as well get some more era stars. We're right next to getting an agrarian star. We're very close to getting a scientist star. And we could also get an expansionist star pretty soon too. We just need to build like one more outpost. So we possibly could do that right here. Alright, some lumber yards. Ooh, look how much more productive this is because of that. Okay, that was a wise investment. I think we'll hold off just a little bit, though. Maybe build some more city improvements. Our stability is a bit dire at the moment. Maybe we can drive you back a bit. And we're also going to upgrade these guys because we want to get our javelin riders. Though the problem is we don't have horses at the moment. So perhaps what we can do is go ahead and trade. Okay, these guys don't have horses available to us. All right, we're going to need to go to war then and start upgrading these guys. Unless there's a source of horses nearby. No, it looks like these guys snagged them all up. That's very disappointing. So sparse in terms of horse access right here. They don't have any horses either. Interestingly enough. Okay, we also went down. Currently we're in last place for fame. All right, we may need to get a start onto our war. So I'm going to start positioning these guys up here. Nope, no, not yet. And then I'm also going to position these guys by the city. Then I might have these guys stand by the fort and garrison that. Okay. Next, we're going to go ahead and build up our mineral access here. Right over here. And then finish that off. And then once that's done, I think we'll focus on continuing to grow the population. So, we have our rivers down. Yeah, there's not that much food coming out of this. Okay. I think we'll probably just then focus out on that then. Okay. And another star. Okay. Garrison here. Alright, so once these guys are down here, we should be able to take these guys by surprise then. And before I finish doing that, I want to build just one more garrison of 4. I know it's going to sound like a little bit of overkill, but I just want to be very, very cautious right now. Also build a harbor there. So since we're going to build a harbor, let's just go ahead and invest in Potentially, since we don't have enough forces for scout javelineers, we can probably just go ahead and get some swordsmen, and then get some archers. What is their composition looking like right now? Okay, they only have a few chariots, so we should probably be fine just going with swordsmen right now. Okay, and then what we're going to want to do is immediately challenge this guy. Move here. All right, he's going to retreat. And this guy's looking to encroach too. All right. So I'm not going to attack immediately. I'm going to just be very, very careful. Let's go ahead and get hydrology to buff our rivers further with the flood irrigation. And then we can attack this guy, get him to retreat.
You have something to say?
Looks like he's waiting to declare war. Let's see here. What does his unit situation look like? All right, so we're fine. I'm surprised. I guess it's just because we have scout riders right now. So I'm just gonna... I'm really hesitant to pony up and declare war. I'm just gonna finish this harbor as quickly as possible for these units right now, and then we can go ahead. I'll allocate this to this guy. Some archers out. Let's go with divide for ferocious and get the +1 combat strength. And then I'm surprised this guy's able to trounce right in.
Why are you here?
It's kind of one of my main complaints against the game, because I have closed borders. You shouldn't be able to walk into my territory just like that. Ugh, okay. Alright, so let's try to see if we can manual battle. Alright, he will battle. That's very, very stupid, but I'll take it. Alright, so let's move our archers back. Let's move our swordsmen to the front. And he should be, since we have the mountains here as a barrier and we're getting the first initiative, he should be in quite a lot of trouble. Okay, we can attack from there. Scout riders. Okay, we'll finish. Actually, we'll soften these guys up. We can attack right there, unfortunately, so he's in a bit of a pickle. We'll wait for, I guess, the swordsman to attack. Okay, and can you attack him? Okay, go ahead and weaken him further. Then we'll enter a round. Wait for these guys to move up, and then just... Okay, that's a smart move them back. But we can always just cycle our guys out and wait for these guys to weaken themselves. Okay. You here. And then now that you're there, let's just go ahead and move up and kill this guy right here. Okay, move forward with the swordsman, and then this guy should be finished. Then you should have, like, what, one more unit left? Okay, let's move here and try to hit him. Alright, that won't be enough. I think we should probably kill him next turn. Unless we get a lucky roll. Okay, we did get a good roll. Okay, and there's one more person left. Alright, so we've been able to do this with no units lost. Hopefully he keeps doing these foolish engagements. I think he probably didn't have a retreat option since we made him retreat last turn. So, as long as we can keep catching them and isolating them like this, I think it's a good strategy. Okay, and there we go. Alright. So, we took all of his units, killed them, and did some serious damage. Alright, great news. Okay, we'll also keep these guys in position just in case we get an ambush to this city. Move you guys over at the premises and buy him out. Why not? Just merge there. And then we'll wait on the harbor. I also don't think fortifications would be a bad idea, so let me just step that up since we're probably going to declare war pretty soon. And that holy site is finished, thankfully, so we should have some more religious pressure right now. Okay, we're converting them, so let's get a move on. Speed some things up. We've been kind of taking our time. All right, let's go, and we might want to build the Temple of Artemis, actually. Let's go. Oh, we can't plop that down. We need force for that. Let's just plop down an industrial district. Maybe get some science while we're at it.
Your people see it
as a place of safety and a symbol of power. Only your
All right, that's because we
friends
built the
know
garrison right
what's in
there.
my cellar.
All right, very pretty, very modern. Let's go and try to build some more districts here. We're fine for stability right now, but we probably need a granary. That would be nice. Maybe some better sources of production. Because let's face it, our food output is not too good at the moment. Some gold too would be nice. Maybe some fortifications as well. Let's focus on that. Okay, and now you guys can go focus and merge here. And then once we have these guys merged, what I want to do is... Okay, do you have enough turns? Okay, no. So let's just go there. Once these guys are merged, I want to just basically amass my forces over here. I'll keep these guys here and then move these guys over to this settlement. And then we should be fine. Okay, though this army right here worries me a little bit. Okay, we got hydrology. And we're ready to ascend. So, I don't know if we're going to be able to get our walls. Because I think he needs to attack the city first to even do that. Okay, so I'm going to hold off. I'm going to actually ascend first to the... What are they? The Swahili? There we are. And basically with the Swahili, we get plus 10 stability on harbor, plus 10 stability on harbors per adjacent regular district. And then with the Bandari, we get plus 3 money per number of unique types of resources available, minus 10 stability, plus 2 influence per adjacent coastal waters. And then it counts as a farmer's quarter and a market quarter, which means our harbors are going to be very, very effective. Speaking of which, I don't want to waste any harbor slots, so I'm going to actually cancel this harbor. And I'm also going to, okay, I didn't have a harbor ready there, but I just want to be very, very cautious with my harbor building. So we're going to go ahead and ascend, and we should be fine here. And basically, we want to focus on finding little alcoves or bays and building them there so we can cluster districts around them. Okay. All right, and let's push you there. Fortify. And then I think we should be ready to get trade exploration, maybe. Actually, let's get philosophy for the +1 city cap so we can immediately start founding cities.
Wisdom and technical innovation from earlier eras bring
All right, we've seen that. And we're advancing to the Swahili. Okay, let's buy these stone walls. And are we ready to face these guys just yet? Maybe not. Anyhow, I think we will go ahead and start building our emblematic quarter. So since our emblematic quarter really benefits from stability, I think it's probably best to just build it right here. We will be losing some food, but it's only like 3. It's probably best to build it right there. And then we want to build our Bandari if we can. We only have 1 spot to really build it, though. So we can only really build it right there, unfortunately. So that kind of sucks for that city. But if we do get the Bandari over here, we can build it in one of these little alcoves right here, which can be really, really profitable. So, you know what? Just for the fun of it. Okay, he's going to retreat. And then we can send our guys over here. See if they want to battle. There we go. They can't retreat anyway. And we'll put our archers hopefully behind the fortifications here so they are protected. Okay, and get our archers ready to shoot here. I think we'll go ahead and soften up the swordsman first. And then we can do a lot of damage to that chariot. Do some damage to the swordsman. Okay, he has this swordsman in the back, so he won't be able to do anything, but the archer will be a bit of a threat. Okay, and he's not attacking for whatever reason. I guess he's calculating. It's a little bit slow today. Do I need to hit end round? I guess I do. Okay. Alright, and those walls are going to protect us a little bit. They are doing a fair bit of damage, though, so that is a bit worrying. Though, since he did move down here, I can do a ton of damage to him. So, we can finish this guy off. Hit this guy with the archer here. Okay, move back and finish him. I think we'll stay fortified here, so he will kill us, but we will get the fortification bonus. Okay. That is unfortunate. Okay, and he killed our archer there. Okay, a bit rough. Let's move here. Grab these guys. We're going to need to move back into the city walls. Unless he's going to move up and attack us. He will end our turn. I'm surprised you could get into the city walls. I still think you need something to break it. That's kind of... I don't know if I necessarily agree with that design decision right there. Let's go for artificial reservoirs. And let's also get some palisades up here just in case anyone catches us by surprise. We should be able to handle this, though, since we are fairly fortified. Okay, let's move in here. And we'll move in here. Okay, let's attack him down here. And I think I'll keep this swordsman fortified. Alright, so we want to keep him. Alright. So there we go. Okay, we lost 2 archers. That is unfortunate. But once we get crossbows, they should be able to hold up more easily against swordsmen and other fortified attackers. So should be nice. Okay, so now we just need to pump out 2 more archers then. Let's get that out of the way. And let's just fortify these guys, heal them up. Okay, and then since I'm just going to park these guys here. Actually, I'll move them down for the time being to help fortify this city. And then I think once I get these archers out, I'll finally declare war on the Achaemenid Persians. Okay. So let's continue moving you guys down here. I'll fortify on this river. Okay. Actually, it's probably not a bad idea to fortify on the garrison. So let's just get a little bit closer to that. And then we can get ready.
Debate and discussion are not the pastimes of the idle, but the actions of thinkers and movers who will touch every aspect of civilization.
All right, so we got that for philosophy, a nice little mini movie that is new with this update. Let's move you to the garrison. Okay, where the hell are you going? I didn't click over there. All right, whatever. Let's move you here then. 3 turns, and then it'll declare war. I know I've been stalling a bit. All right, I'm just a bit nervous, I have to say. Okay, merchant from afar. Let's dismiss you. I can't really afford any smallpox outbreaks. I think that's one of the possible roles you can get with that guy. I guess we'll go with the transport so we can lock our unique unit. Let's also get the Bandari as soon as possible. Okay, and then let's move you here. I don't know why you moved. Maybe I misclicked.
We've been going nowhere.
Let's trade everything. And I'll just wait one more turn. Fortify here. Alright, here we are. So they're Heedy. Interesting. Oh, needy. Okay, I didn't think heedy was a word. So they depend on access to our resources. So, let's just keep these guys here, just in case any conflicts arise. And did we build? Okay, we built our unique dock, so here it is. Where is it without the yields? No. Did this? No, that was not the option. There we go. No, it's not. Okay. Okay, so I think actually here, there we go. Okay, the problem was I was clicking on that city. So here's the unique dock right here. Very, very pretty. It's like built on top of, I accidentally clicked it again. Built on top of these coastal rocks. So it should be good, providing us extra stability. And I think it also provides some golden influence. So we're also gonna just go ahead and pump out this Bandari as well. Get it up and running, and then you can start building some districts next to for stability as soon as we kind of branch out there. Possibly a market too, if it's good enough. Okay, so we do need an aqueduct too. Not a bad idea. Okay, I'll just focus on that while it's going up. We've already built our fortifications on that city, so let's finally get to war. Let's go ahead and declare war. Move into that, and immediately start on... Did they declare war too? It looks like they're at war with the Greeks too. So the Greeks saw that they were weak enough, so they actually are joining in with us. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so we could sack the city of Kurigalzu. I think first we're going to start raiding and sacking this city since it's not very built up at all. There we go. And let's also, looks like they've already started moving in on us. Let's also, where have they gone for war? Ooh, they've attacked this city. Interesting. This might be a bit troubling. Okay. So what we want to do is stay fortified here and get them to attack us from here then. Okay. Alright, this is going to be a bit troublesome. Okay. I don't know about this one. Okay. We don't have, the problem is we don't have enough palisades right here. Unfortunate. Okay, so we'll try to do as much as we can. But I don't know how much damage we can do. Let's end our round. Okay. If we can, maybe we can send some guys over here. Yeah, the fastest route would be in 2 turns. Okay. Let's continue to fortify. Okay, they're taking quite a lot of damage attacking us here. Continue fortifying, and then we can move our guy over here next turn. Okay, that's going to be a very close battle. Alright, let's go and continue ransacking this then. Let's also fight this guy. I don't want him moving anywhere. I feel like cities should exert a stronger zone of control. You shouldn't really be able to move past me with fortifications that much. Maybe I'm just overthinking things. Okay, I might actually need to keep that guy there just in case. Let's go ahead and build some more troops. There we go. And how are we moving over here? Okay, so we could probably build some troops in time, I think. This won't really be enough to conquer our city. Alright, let me move in here, though, and do some damage. Get him to retreat. I think I'll keep that guy over there, maybe raise something, and then I will need to move this guy back up here as reinforcements. Okay. Army wages. Let's go ahead and get this up. Extra money from ransacking and +4 combat strength from ransacking.
It's an early form of performance-based incentive payments.
Okay, performance-based incentives. I like it. These guys are going to keep attacking here. He's actually attacking across the river, so maybe we can win and end our round and see if... Let me move you over here, actually. Right, that was a misclick on my part. But yeah, this city is super close to being sacked. Let's end our round. Hopefully we can hold out against them with our palisades. If we did not have these fortifications, I'm so glad we built them. We would be immediately overwhelmed. Okay, so they're just waiting out. In that case, we're going to be able to join and wipe them out next turn. Okay. Go ahead and attack these guys. Come on. Okay, let's move in here. Join the reinforcements. We don't want too many of our pops to be slaughtered. Okay, let's deploy. Can we deploy this turn? Yes, we can. All right, so let's get over here. Reinforcements arrived just in time. All right, thank God. We have some archers too. Okay. And our people are actually saved, it looks like. Okay. I was so worried we wouldn't be able to arrive. I'm just glad we overbuilt our armies. Because it looks like they're actually mounting up a really surprisingly good number of troops for nation-level AI. Okay. Okay. Good job, everyone. All right, in that case, I'm going to skip the artificial reservoirs and go straight for stone walls. Okay, you're building that archer. Can we buy that out? Oops. I did not mean to do that. No, we can't. All right, so this is taking quite a toll on our population. These guys should continue ransacking. I think the city will be able to hold strong, though I am just a little bit worried about it. So I think maybe we'll just hold up in this garrison here. Station. And these guys should be almost done ransacking this territory next turn, which should be great for us. Conquest, foreign outposts. But yeah, I was super... Let's not get foreign outposts. Let's get rhetoric. There we go. I was just super concerned because we had such an underwhelming army there. I'm surprised we were able to hold off for as long as we did. Quite frankly. Okay. And it looks like our allies, they're not necessarily our allies, but the Greeks are pushing in. So the Achaemenid Persians should really be running right now for their lives. 1114. We'll just build a city on top of what we just took then. Okay, he should be pissed off though, which is our goal. This will be an excellent starting point for our cities for the Swahili. So I think I'll probably end our episode sometime soon here. Let me just go ahead and see if we can fortify right here. See if they do anything. What is our war score right now? Okay, they're slowly dropping. Okay, apparently I would not assume you'd get additional war score from losing a key administrative center though. I don't know about that. You've lost quite a lot of battles too. I don't know how I feel about that. Wars in general with Humankind, like the way you push out units and everything is fine, but just the execution of the wars themselves and the war score honestly kind of pisses me off just with how much you have to take when you just want like a simple outpost like what I just took. So I'm just kind of feeling iffy on that. All right, though we did keep their extractors. Let's station these guys here just in case we get any sneak attacks from these bastards. All right. And what else do we want? Okay, we actually have 2 slots for docks. So building one here isn't a bad idea. We have a ton of influence. And we need some extra food too. We have horses too, so I'll listen to the I think it was James Weichner. I think he suggested building animal barns, so I'll go ahead and do that. Our stability is fine for the moment. And we don't really have any rivers, so this is kind of useless at the moment. We do have our javelin riders though. So I think I will upgrade. Okay, if I was not poor, I would upgrade that. Let me just see here then. I think we'll just stick with that. And what is your situation like right now? Okay, so he's actually assaulting our city. We'll see how this goes. March our peasants over here. Should be hard for them to invade. They only have 4 people. And then we can join next turn, actually. All right, let's see how this is going. Okay, they've done some damage. They've put their archer right here, so we have to actually open up our flanks and let them in to actually get that archer. So I think I'll stay here, end round, try to hold them out for the rest of the turns. And then once our reinforcements arrive, we should be a bit better. The mortals also, interestingly, get a combat bonus for being on higher terrain, so it's a really, really good thing that we have cliffs right here, kind of preventing them, and cliffs and not hills preventing them from marching down and getting a huge bonus. So let's join right now. Add our reinforcements. Okay, let's position you up here. You're right there, and we'll wipe them out in 1 hit since we're swordsmen, and they are just basic archers. Okay. We will add our swordsman from here. Should be just an even trade-off. And then we will also add our archers up here. Get the combat bonus. And then I think adding our archers here will allow us to hit these guys here. We'll just finish off the immortals, I think, if we can. Okay, not enough, unfortunately. Alright, you can afford to damage this guy just a little bit. And then we will hold off, I think. Just to be as safe as possible and keep as many pops as we can. And this is gaining us tons of militarist stars as well. I haven't really been actively checking that screen. Okay, so go down here. You foolishly exposed yourself. I guess we're just really desperate to get a hit on our archers. Okay, let's finish the horsemen off. I don't want to lose any archers. Okay, then let's finish you off. So that is how you win, basically, these past few wars with your peasants and whatever. Just make sure you build up fortifications if you are low on war support or whatever, or if you have very little in terms of population, and just make sure you keep your peasants inside the walls so they get that fortification bonus. Okay, so we can actually engage this guy right here. Let's go and do that. He's going to retreat. And his war support is slowly chunking. So once we get enough retreats, we should be able to keep high. Okay, we're getting -2 per turn, though. So we should be able to keep our heads high as we just continue to kind of assault their city right here. Okay. Let's also go and march on. We can. Okay, that's not the unit I meant to select. And then next turn, we should be ready to kind of assault their city. All right, let's also get the Bandari port. And I think that should be good enough. I probably should have built it here, but there's actually a reef blocking it, so this is kind of the best spot I have, unfortunately. Which kind of sucks. I wish I could rebuild that. You know, I think I might actually reload and rebuild that, so hold on real quick.